Hey creative friends, welcome to the channel. And here we are at another Saturday Happenings. I am so excited to get started on Saturday Happenings again because I just think it's fun. And you know what? So if you're new and you have not been around my channel, like January, if you just joined in from January, I got to talk about that in a second. But I have to tell you, I come on Saturdays and I did it a while ago and then I stopped and people said they liked it. So I'm starting for January 2023. And the deal is on a Saturday Happenings, I kind of just like to go over the things I did last week and some of the videos and things to look forward to next week. So you kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. Because here's the thing. When I started my channel, which is like 10 years ago, I started it because I was shocked at some of the canning information that was out on YouTube. It was kind of scary because, you know, I do that. I teach classes. I teach canning. And so I thought, you know what, I got to get information out there. So I started my channel. That doesn't mean that YouTube is, you know, certainly there's a lot of rogue canners out there. But if you ever have a question, feel free to message me. But anyway, so I started it with canning, dehydrating, food preservation, and I just do so much more. And I did that for so long that I just kind of branched out. So that's what's happening. So I do all kinds of stuff. So anyway, it's just fun. But because of that, I have a lot, like I'm constantly thinking of more videos to do. And it's kind of cool because I'm cooking, I do some cooking videos, and next week I'm going to show you a casserole that was so good. And before I go on, I have to give a little shout out because on Christmas Day, we went over to our friend Tammy and Craig's and I took this casserole over there, but it was a house full. It was so much fun. It was like a big potluck. They just made this amazing food. It was great. But there was a guy there named Peyton. Hey, Peyton. So I met Peyton, and I have to tell you, I just loved how enthusiastic, super, super excited about learning about canning, preserving, all kinds of stuff, cooking different things. And he's just a cool guy, and I really enjoyed meeting you, Peyton. And he's going to take some of those classes that we teach for the county, so that's so exciting. But I just promised him I would give him a shout out because he watches the videos, and I didn't do it yet. So this is my shout out to you, Peyton. But he's going to be a lot of fun to work with, and I look forward to seeing him in those classes that we teach because he's one of those life of the party kind of guys. So yay, that was fun. So anyway, last week, video-wise, I did that pine cleaner. I finished up that vinegar pine cleaner, and that stuff is amazing. I have to tell you, cleans, cuts grease, all that stuff. But remember, I did that half-a-gallon container, just packed with the pine needles, vinegar over it, set for a while. And you can let it sit longer. It's fine. You can leave it set forever and just pour off of there. It doesn't matter. But I like to put it in a clean jar that I use. So I have that little half-gallon kind of a jug that I put it in. And please remember, that is super concentrated. You don't want to put that directly on chrome or any of that stuff. You want to make sure you dilute it. And like I showed in the video, if you want it to smell more piney, you can put like a pine essential oil in. I like to do it in the individual bottles. I don't like to scent the whole thing because that's a base to me. And another thing is if you like a little bit of soapy, like if you wanted a little soapy, you can add a couple drops of like Dawn dish liquid. I like Dawn, or Castile soap. That would work fine. So you can make it more of a soapy cleaner if you like it that way. So that's good stuff. I love that. And then Canuary. Let's talk about Canuary. Canuary, I'm going to put a link in the description that takes you over to Lisa's from Sutton's Days, her website, because that link will show you all the channels, number one, and it will show you all of the amazing giveaways. Like Lisa does a giveaway every year, and this year 4 Jars is on board, and they are doing a mind-blowing giveaway. So be sure to watch the videos. Be sure to make comments because there's going to be a drawing from one of the videos and the comments. And I will say all of my recipes, I'm just going to put this little disclaimer in there, my recipes will always be from an approved recipe source, and they will always be an approved recipe. They won't be something I thought of or something that I saw on YouTube. These are recipes that I will always give you the resource of where I got them. So my recipes at the time of my filming will also be an up-to-date current approved recipe. So just saying, but and I will always give you my resource. But Canuary is just the coolest. It's my favorite collaboration of the year, and I like doing collaborations, and so this is absolutely, I will say, my favorite because it's just amazing. The other thing I was going to talk about is, what am I doing next week? Well, I went to the Dollar Tree, and I did not know. Have you guys ever seen the shelf-stable milk they have at the Dollar Tree? I couldn't believe it. And it's right here, produced and packaged in the U.S., so I got some of this because I was so surprised. $1.25 as opposed to buying the shelf-stable milk that's maybe $4 or $5. And so I'm going to give this a try. I don't see why it wouldn't be anything but just fine. And then I was telling my friend Leanne over the Mennonite Farmhouse about this. And I use a lot of dry milk, which is different than instant milk, instant powdered milk. And so she said, you ought to do a video showing the difference and why this is a better option to have on your shelf than, you can't can dairy. And so this is an awesome option to have on your shelf. And I know I'm going to get some hate for that, but it's just not approved. So, anyway, so I'm going to do a video probably in the next week or so showing this that you can get versus dried milk versus instant dried milk. So that's going to be fun. And that was Leanne's suggestion. So we'll try that. Another thing, the little sewing store in our town. So I bought my sewing machine and my serger there. And if you buy your machines there, they give you free lessons, which is awesome because I went down and I took a lesson. They do them on Tuesdays on my serger, and he showed me the coolest things I can do with my serger. Yes, I can serge. I've done all that stuff. But decorative stitches and cool things to do, so that's why I went down and took that class. I am going to take a class on Lagertha here, my Viking. I am, just because there's more features than you use, and also I'm a show me more girl than a read it in the instructions, because they're always weird. So I'm going to take some classes there, but the other class I'm going to take on, I want to say it's the 25th, is for a reusable bag. Like, I know how to make a bag. I make the canvas, like the reusable bags, all the time. So when I was in there, I was like, is that the bag in the class? He goes, yeah. And I said, I don't think I need to take that class because I make those bags. And he goes, this is a cool bag. And I said, why? And he brought it over, and it's like a bag with handles. But say you buy more than the bag will hold, you can reach down and pull out an extension of the bag. So I'm going to go take that. Because you know what? I probably could figure it out on my own. But it's easier. They give you a whole kit with the fabric and all that stuff. You only have to bring your machine, scissors, thread. But that's going to be a cool one. And after I see that, maybe I'll be able to show you. Cool. So next week, here's my list. Next week I have plans. I have already uploaded for you the mushroom casserole that Peyton liked over at Tammy's on Christmas Day. And I also, people ask me for the recipe. They really, if you like mushrooms, you'll love it. And then I also served it on New Year's Eve. We had 16 people here. Yeah, 16 people here. I did that mushroom casserole, and I cannot tell you how many people asked me for the recipe. So it was delicious. So that recipe is coming up this week. I want to do some more spice blends. I've got all my stuff sitting out, different containers to put them in and stuff. So I want to do some more spice blends. And I go back to, I used to be like, years ago as a Tupperware lady. If you want some of these spice containers, check out Linda's Pantry. She's a Tupperware lady. But I have these, there's so many different spice blends, but years ago when they came out with their little spice things, Tupperware had these lists of these amazing spice blends. So I like to use that. So maybe I'll make some of those. And then I'm going to do a video on the different types of milk. And then I also, Brian did the white balsamic rosemary jam or jelly recipe, and that stuff, I'm telling you, is good. But I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to make a video with using the recipes that Brian made for January, but I will probably not do that next week. But I mean, I'll film it maybe next week, but I'll post it. So then that's it. So here's the story. Today, I could be sitting here, look, I got to do this too. People want to know about this paper piecing. Look at all of the paper piece squares that I've made so far. And I think I've got 35 I still need to do, but I'm just using up fabric scraps, and I think they're turning out super cute. And, it's just fun to do. And some of the scraps, like, I don't know, some of the scraps, I did discover, though, I did it wrong. So these, all 4 squares, should be like the same, and all 4 of these squares should be the same. So it's more distinct, the square in the middle. But, you know, I screwed up. I didn't realize that, and I just did them, I guess, wrong. But I think they're going to be okay, because I've decided I'm not making a quilt. I'm going to make placemats and a table runner. So these will be fine. But I'm going to do a video on how you put these things together, how you actually do the paper piecing. And that's a lot of fun. So I've got these all made, and I would sit up here today and just make them because you kind of get hooked on doing it. But I have to go downstairs. I had the grandkids up for New Year's, and I still haven't even changed out the sheets or anything. So today is my downstairs. I'm going to organize that, and then we have a sauna. But the sauna, literally, for like 2 years, has been used to store all the special things that I pulled out from Mom and Dad's when we were bringing their stuff over here to the house to sort it. I was like, oop, that's good. Oop, keep that. Oop, those are photos. They all went in the sauna. And so today, this weekend, today and tomorrow, is cleaning, organizing, putting everything back in order after visitors, and then starting to pull things out of the sauna because I want to get that done because we should use it. And then that means my whole paper crafting area is over in that corner of the downstairs near the sauna, so I need to probably redo that and do some more paper crafting. But look, aren't these fabulous? I love them. But I am using this. I still have all of that. So I'm going to do some other smaller projects. I just printed off one here. The guy at our little store told me about doing serging an eyeglass case, and I think, doesn't that look cute? So I'm gonna do that. But I've got all the fabrics for it, and I also bought some fabrics because I think that's super cute. Look like cooking stuff. I bought this to make a new canning mat. So I'm gonna get Brian back in the kitchen. We're gonna have some chicken to can. So we got a busy little next week or 2 coming up. That's all I can think of. That's it for right now. As soon as I'm done here, I'll think, oh, and I should have said that, and oh, I should have said that. But we're good. I think I got you covered. Okay? All right, so I think Brian's going to go get our fishing licenses today so that we can get out there and get fishing. But I got to get downstairs. My day is focused on that, and I'm not going to let myself get distracted. So, there it is. As always. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.